Hi guys, it's Daniela again and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I decided that I would give you a product update. So recently I hauled a lot of higher end products. I will link the haul up here. Make sure you watch that before you watch this, just because that was the first impressions. And if you want to know whether my opinions changed or not, watch that first, then come and watch this. So I'm literally just going to run through the products that I've been using and just to let you know what I think about them now that I've really put them to the test. So the reason why I'm doing this today is just because when I watch other people's first impression, I love it when they do like updates on those products and tell me if they like it still, if they don't. So I thought I would do that on my channel. So yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video and let's get started. Okay, so the first product I want to talk to you about is this. This is the Milk Primer. As you can see, I've used a lot of it. I've only got like this much left of it. At first, I really did think this was breaking me out, but I know it's not. I haven't had any more acne than I usually get because of this. That's one thing that I was really worried about, and I thought at first like, oh my god, this is gonna break me out because I got like a red patch here, but it doesn't. My skin is fine. My skin reacts really well to this. So I've used this for roughly, I would say, about 2 months. Even though the video was just uploaded 3 weeks ago, that was like pre-recorded for a while. One thing that I do want to mention is that I really do think this helps keep my makeup on, especially around my chin and my nose. Usually around 8-10 hours, my oils will really come through and you will see that I'm oily, and also the makeup will start breaking apart on my nose, my chin and around my mouth area. With this, it's much less, and my smile lines look less obvious when I'm wearing this, which is something I didn't expect to happen with this primer. With this, I also have noticed that my foundation doesn't look cakey after like 10 hours. It looks just like I put it on. A little bit more oily, but like I just put it on. And I've also noticed that my bronzer, my blush, my highlight, they all stay intact, which I feel like is probably this. I do actually really like this. However, I don't know if I would go and rebuy the big bottle. The big bottle is £27. That is a lot of money for a primer. So I really just want to use all of this up and then figure out if I really need it and if I'm missing it in my collection. That's when I'll know if I really want to rebuy it or not. So far, I really do like it. I've been loving using this. I've used a lot, as you can see, but I'm not sure if I can just give £27 to just a primer. But so far, I do really like it, and it definitely has not broken me out. So the next product is this. This is the Jouer Concealer in Custard. I have not touched my Tarte Shape Tape since having this. This has become my go-to concealer. Honestly, this is such a good concealer. It's height. Kathleen loves this concealer, and for good reason. It is lightweight, full coverage, and it does not crease. Like, it creases at the beginning, but then you blend it out and literally the creases just don't come back. You don't have to set it. It is very like creamy, so if you have like oily skin like myself, I would advise to set it anyways. It's a concealer that you can build up as well. Like on days where my under eyes are really dark, I can go in with 2 layers and it looks fine. It doesn't look like I've gone in with a lot of concealer. It builds up really nicely. This does remind me of my Tarte Shape Tape. However, I feel like this is more of like a lightweight creamy formula and less matte than my Tarte Shape Tape. One thing I've actually recently did was use this over powder because I made a mistake and I needed to touch up under my under eyes, and I went in with the tiniest bit of this, blended it out and then powdered, and literally flawless. Now, would I repurchase this? Yes. This is £17. Tarte Shape Tape is 23, and to me they're so similar that like I don't see the point in spending 23 for the Tarte one when I can just spend 17 on this one, and I generally think this is going to replace my Tarte Shape Tape. The next product I want to talk to you about is this one here. This is the Fenty bronzer in Shady Biz. This, I really like the colour and the formula. I really like how buildable it is. I really like the colour on me. It's a really good bronzer. I've used a lot of it, as you can see. The F and the B has definitely gone. I've used this every time I've done my makeup. I really do like it. However, I don't know if I would repurchase it again. It's just a bronzer. My Physicians formula is very similar, except obviously the Fenty one's more matte. But I just don't know if I would repurchase it, just because like bronzer to me, like I don't need a high-end bronzer. It is what it is. It's just a matte bronzer. It's a very good matte bronzer, but you don't need it. If you want a high-end bronzer, this is the one I would recommend. So if you're looking and you've been thinking about buying it, buy it, because you won't be disappointed. It's a very good bronzer. There's nothing really else to say. It's a bronzer. If you want a high-end bronzer, I would recommend that one. If you don't want a high-end bronzer, you don't need to get it. Next product is this. This is a MAC palette. It has a highlight, a blush, and a bronzer. So I'm just going to talk to you about the powders individually. So the bronzer, I really like the bronzer. The colour is really nice. It's not a super pigmented bronzer, but it has that really nice sheen on it. This is a product that I really like using over my Fenty bronzer because the Fenty ones matter. This one has that really nice sheen to it. The blusher I do like. Obviously, it's a colour that I'm not going to use all the time, but I have used it quite a lot, and I do actually like the formula. The formulas of these powders are very creamy, and they're pigmented enough. They're not super pigmented. The blusher actually has like this really nice sheen to it. It's not like a matte flat blusher. It's actually got this really nice just sheen that makes it look more like skin rather than powder, if that makes sense. This looks like you're just blushing naturally. Now for the highlighter, I have loved this highlighter. This is a very natural highlighter. This reminds me a lot of the Hourglass highlighter. It looks more like a lit within rather than like blinding highlight. And the colour is a really nice colour. At first I thought it was going to be more like pink, but it's not. It's a really nice colour, and I love wearing this on my nose and my inner corner. I love it. I still don't really wear this on my cheeks just because I don't love highlighter on my cheeks. Sometimes I wear it, but it's just not for me. So this palette I'm absolutely loving, and I'm really happy I got it. And it's just a really good palette to travel with as well. Like, you have 3 items that you're going to need in just one little thin palette. So yeah, if you see this and you're wondering if it's really good, I would recommend it. I really like it. So my next product is this here. This is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I love this. It really keeps your brows in place. Like, honestly, your brows do not move once you have this in your brows. The brush on this is like perfect for getting into each individual brow hair. Like, I use the long part and the short part, and I even do that sometimes, like with the flat side, and then I'll brush it up. Honestly, this really does keep your brows in place. Honestly guys, I can wear this all day and my brows do not budge. I have brows where they usually like move. With this, my brows do not budge. This also really makes your brows look fluffy. Like, I've got it in my brows right now, and it just makes your brows look like really fluffy, and it like coats every individual hair, so it makes your brows look fluffy and just thick. However, it's £21.50 for a brow gel. What? I don't know about that price, if I'm honest. That's expensive. I use brow gels from the drugstore. Yes, they don't keep my brows in place like this one does, but like £21? That's just expensive. To me, that's ridiculously expensive. Don't get me wrong, I do really like it, and I haven't found a brow gel that I like as much as I do like this one, especially a clear one. My L'Oreal tinted one I love, but that's tinted, and even that doesn't keep my brows in place like this one does. But it's £21.50 for a clear brow gel. Could I not just buy a clear mascara? Well, I could. Yeah. Honestly guys, I just don't think I can spend £21 on a brow gel. I think that is actually ludicrous. Like, ludicrous? That's crazy. I love it. I do love it, but it's £21. I don't think you have to spend £21 on this. Yes, it's really good, but like, I also haven't tried every clear brow gel from the drugstore, so like, could I potentially find one just as good? I don't know. Honestly guys, I love the product. I just don't think I could pass on my card to someone to pay £21 for a clear brow gel. Okay, so my next product is also a Benefit product. So this is Benefit Bad Girl Bang Mascara. This is the mascara I'm wearing today. So I really like it. It separates my lashes really nicely. For days like this where I just want like a really effortless lash and just like I don't want to build it up, I love this mascara because it builds up really nicely and quickly. You don't have to use a lot of coats to get like this look. And my lashes are like super separated and black, and I feel like they're a little bit longer than they usually are. I would say that this is definitely not a clumpy formula. It doesn't clump. You can go on with like 2-3 layers and it does not clump. However, this flakes a lot. What I usually do is go in with this one first and then go in with one of my mascaras that does not flake. So I really like it, but I won't rebuy it because it flakes. And for me, if a mascara flakes, then I don't want it. I personally care more about whether a mascara flakes or not. And this one flakes, so I don't think I would repurchase it. I haven't noticed it smudging, but it definitely does flake. So if you're looking for a flake-free mascara, that's not the one for you. My Maybelline one, I can't remember what it's called, is the one that does not flake at all. Out of all mascaras I've tried, that's the only one I've tried that does not flake, is my Maybelline one. So my last product is this. I still have it in the box because it's too beautiful to not have it in the box. This is the Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow from Hourglass. I've got the colour Foil. There's nothing else to say except I love it. It's beautiful and I'm already looking at other colours. It is stunning. It builds so well. You don't need a lot, so this is going to last me a long time. This is a stunning, stunning formula. Highly recommend. And I'm already looking at other colours for Christmas. So I would say, yes, this is worth the hype. And this was worth the £26 that I paid for it. Yes. This is also a product that I feel like really can go from like day to night. Like you can just put a sheer wash of it all over your eyes and it just kind of looks like a nice glow. Or you can build it up and like be ready for a club, a bar, a dinner. It's a product that you can go from like day to night with. Even though it's just an eyeshadow, you can really build it up or you can really just tone it down. So yeah, highly recommend. Yes, it's £26, which is not cheap for an eyeshadow. But the way I'm using it, and like I've used it so many times already and I haven't even dented it at all, tells me that I'm going to have this for a while and that it's going to last me a while. So yeah guys, these are all the products that were in my high-end haul. I really like all of them. However, there are some that I love and that I know that I'm going to repurchase. And then there's some that I'm like, yeah, you're right, I'll use you up, but I don't think I would repurchase you. And some of them are just ridiculously expensive for what they are. Benefit. Proud y'all. So yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope this was actually helpful. I want to do these kind of videos where, yes, you see me tried on the products in the first impressions, but then later on, once I've really tried all these products out, you will get a final review on them and whether I like them or not. So yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like, what? Why are you watching without you subscribing? It's free. Please do it. So yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.